Here we want to introduce you the Excel file that helps you to map your folders and files into the Excel and manage them easily in the Excel. So here we have some buttons that helps you to do this. First, you can read your folders. If you press this one, you can choose a folder, a root folder. For example, in my desktop, I always have all my folders in the desktop. I don't have any other drives. And I want to see what is the map of my desktop folders. So I press OK. After a little while, it's mapping right now. Okay. After a little while, you will see the message that the folder map is created, and you can press OK, and you can see these are my map and my folders from the desktop. As you can see, there is a 8 level of folders. It means that in the level 1, these are all folders that's shown in the desktop. These are all subfolders from the level 1, and these are the subfolders of the level 2. For example, if you press the books and documents, you will see a folder of the books and documents which has the BPMN folder, which is subfolder of the books and document, and it's mapped here as well. Data mining, IELTS, inspiration book, and so on. So in the BPMN, you will see there is no subfolders. If I click the BPMN, you will see these are just some books here, and there is no any other subfolders. And if you go here, this is the folder of the books and documents, and if you press that, you can see these are the same. So here in this Excel, it will show you all folders, and you easily can press on it and see which folder contains what. And this is really good for seeing what folders you have. And this folders is based on the hierarchical structure. It means that it's just like a tree, and when you want to create folders, you need to create a subfolder in the folder, and you need to organize them in somehow it's meaningfully. For example, a work folder, which is Diaco, it's my work folder. I have some documents, I have some in progress works, and so on. If I want to focus on one of them and see what I have, I can come here and assign the filter button on it. So if I assign the filter button, I can easily come here and filter it based on the, for example, I want to manage my work folders, Diaco, and I can filter it here on the Diaco. And after that, I want to see what is the subfolders of the Diaco. So in the level 2, I want to just see the subfolders, and I want to be able to click them and in the compact mode. So I have to filter it by on the color, because the first one, which is the hyperlinked, is the folder, and the other one, which is in the black font, is just for this next level to show me what is the main folder for this subfolder. For this one is just for instruct you in the map. So I want to filter it on the color, blue color, and if I do that, I can see these are the subfolder of the Diaco, and I can easily press on it and see what document, what folders I have in it. I can do the same thing in the level 3, filter it based on the color, and I can see what are the subfolder of the level 2. For example, finance is on the documents, and in progress works I have some, for example, APQC translation, my translation works. I have some software products, I want to produce them. If I click on it, I can come here and see there is one folder which is in, and under that I have some subfolders which is for my software I developed. So based on this Excel, I can easily map my folders and organize them based on the hierarchical structure. However, if you want to create a hierarchical structure for first time, for example, I want to uh, create some folders in my test folder. I want to delete them. I want to organize, I want to have the organized folders, and I want to create them for first time. So here I just remove the old map. I want to create a new one. I can have multiple maps by having multiple Excel files, but just in each Excel, it's better to have a one map, okay? So right now the folder map is empty and I want to create a new one. So I have to specify the level at first. In the first column, you should remember that the dictation should be the same. The level, it should be written exactly level, and then level 1, for example, or level 2, and so on. In the level 1, in the main root, I want to have some main folders. For example, books. I want to have images. I want to have, for example, multimedia. It's better for saying multimedia. I shortly say multi. Software, for example. And some works. Okay, it's better to say some works. I don't want this one to be my work folder. I just want to organize my other things. So in the level 1, I have these folders. In the level 2, I have to specify the level 2. I want to have some subfolders under each of these main folders. So I insert the row under the books. The first one should be empty under the books. So this one should be empty, and under that I want to, for example, analytics. I have analytics books, and if I write here, it means that it's under the books. It's not mean that it's under the analytics, okay? So it's in the level 2. I have, for example, programming books, or I may have some literatures. I don't know the dictation of literature. I just leave it here, and we will leave it here. We will update our folders, and we will rename that after a while. So in the level 2, let's say it's literature. Okay. So under the multimedia, I will have some images. I may have some videos. Okay. Under the software, I may have professional software. I may have general software, for example. In some works, I can say I have Excel works, books translations, I may have software development, or I have Python, for example. Okay, these are some books for me. And an online course, for example. Okay, so in the level 3, under the analytics, I may have some Excel books, for example. I may have data mining. I may have statistical, I guess. Okay, statistical. And under the programming, I may have Python. I may have VBA. The shortcut for inserting the new row is Ctrl+Shift+. and for deleting it is Control Shift minus. Control minus. Control Shift plus and Control minus. Okay, so VBA, Python, C#, for example, and so on. The literature, I may have some English books. For example, I have poem. Okay. I may have classic textbooks, and I may have modern textbooks. Okay. Under the multimedia images, I may have my family image. I may have adventures. I may have other images. Under the video, I may have, for example, cartoons. I may have anime, and I may have movies, for example. And I guess for a test, for testing it, it's enough. We may have, it's okay. I think for testing it is enough for just 3 levels. I want to create this hierarchical structure, and I want to have a good map, a hyperlink, and so on. So if I go to the control panel, if I press this create folders button, it asks me for the root folder. You want to have this structure in the desktop, or you want to have it in another folder. I want to have it in the desktop in the test folder. So test folder is my root folder. All those folders should be created as a subfolder of the test folder. So if I press OK, it's done. If I go to the folder, I can see my map is created right now, and these are all hyperlinked. If I press on one of these, for example in VBA, it opens my folder, and if I came here, I can see the hierarchical structure for that. It's under the test, books, analytics, literature, programming, and VBA, and it's all other folders here. So if I go to the test, I can see my main folders are created here. Now I want to update this. For example, my map is created, I have it. I want to update my folders. For example, I want to edit the multimedia from multi to multimedia, fully multimedia. And from lit, I want to be literature. I guess the writing is something like that. Okay, I want to rename this one. So I have to change the status. These status are just keep, add, rename, and remove. Right now I want to rename that. You have to notice that we don't have move. For example, I cannot move the images to under the software, or vice versa. I cannot move programming to the level 1. I don't have the moving option here. I can remove that, and after that I can add the new one. And please be sure when you want to choose one of them, be careful to don't mistake the rename with the remove to delete yours folder. Okay, so and I want to add some new folders. For example, under the images, I want to have my friend image as well. I want to create new one, friends. I want to add that. I may have a new level, and for example, let's add that after see the simple update, and after that we add some level, rename, and remove, and so on. So these are just the simple. Let's remove one of them. For example, videos. I remove that and I will add it another time again. So let's remove the videos. If you remove the videos, all cartoons, anime, and movies along with the files in this folder will be deleted as well. So this block will be removed as well. Okay, because the main folder of the video is removed. So after that, just simply come and into the control panel and press the update folder. If you update that, you see the message, the update button, and you will see the multimedia is edited, all the folder path is edited as well, and the hyperlink is edited as well, and the movie folder, all the movie folder and the subfolder of the movie folder is deleted again. And in the literature we can see the rename is done, and my friend folder is added as well, and I have my friend folder. Okay, so this is the simple editing. Before editing more, we can see how we can map the files and move them from some places to another places. For example, here I have test2 folder. I want to delete all of them because they are just empty folders. And now I want to have some files, for example, these files. And my multimedia as well. Copy here. Oh, there is lots of file, more than 20 gig. Let's pause that. It's take a while. It's took time. Okay, just this. I want to show you if you have files in a folder, or you have some files under in the subfolders like here and so on, you can by using this Excel file you can read all of them. So if you read the file and you go to the desktop and select the test folder, you can see the name of the test2 here. You have some files here in the main folder and in the subfolder. If you press OK, it takes a little time. It's done. You see the message, and if you go to the files sheet, you can see each file have the file path and the file name, and also you have the destination folder. So if you want to move this file to another place, you have to write the file path, the destination file path here. So before that, you can see the name of the files, and you can open it by clicking on it. For example, this video, I want to see what is it, and it said, do you want to open it? Yeah, and I can see it opens my video file. It's cartoon, or my document, for example, this one. This is my resume. It will open the document. So this sheet will help you to map your files as well, and you can easily see what are these. For example, what is this one? Oh, this is my image, and you can see if you want to move it or delete it. For example, I want to move this file to this folder path. I can easily come here and copy paste this. Okay, so you have to paste the folder path, the destination folder path here. You can do that in some ways. For example, by inserting the equation function and equals these cells to some of them here. It's do the same, or you can press the equals and go to the folder map and see, okay, I want to move that file into the, for example, analytics, and so on. So I can copy paste it easily here and copy paste that, or I can write it. Okay, but if you write it, you have to remember it should be written uh, correctly. So I just copy paste it for more conventions. Okay, I move all others to the modern textbook. Now I want to move them. I want to move these files into these folders. So I just came here and press to move files. It says all moved. If you go to the files, you will see Armin Keshavarzi document is still hyperlinked. You can open it easily, but it should be on the textbooks, under the test into the books. So if I open that, I can see my files here. But you have to remember that after you move the files, the first folder file path still remain the old one. I want to change that. I can easily come here and copy paste this one into this one by press copy as value. It's copied this folder into this, or I can read it again. For example, I want to read this file again. I can come here and start. And the file path is updated. You can see. So this is a good way for moving your files or mapping your files and see what files you have right now, because hyperlink will help you a lot. You can remove the file path by pressing this button. If you remove it, you can see the file map is removed, but your copy pasted is still here. You can remove that by your hand because you copy paste this by your hand. Okay, so we see how these buttons work. We read the folders, we update the folders, we read the files, move the files, create the folders, remove the folder map, and remove the file map. There is another thing I want to show you. I can have a really complex editation in my folder map. For example, I want to have another level. I just can simply come here and insert the new level. I have to specify the level 4. And for example, under the Excel, under something else. For example, under the Python, I can have the data analyst with Python, for example. Or I may want to have another thing, Python advanced, for example. I want to add these ones. Not just add them, I want to rename that. For example, I want to rename the programming to the programming books. So I can rename it the main folder, and I want to add under the main folder as well. Also, I want to add the new folder, main folder, into my level 1. For example, multimedia, books, software, songbooks. What can I do? For example, documents. I want to have the main folder documents, and under the documents, I want to have instructions, forms, and etc. I have to add those. Also, you need to push this down, and after that, select the add. Also, I want to add the video which I removed. For example, videos, and under the videos I had cartoons, I have movies, I also had animals. Okay, and I have to select the add button, add choice. Okay, So you right now have these complex editation. I suggest that when you want to edit some folders and folders, do it step by step and do not use this complex form, but you can also have this. Okay, let's remove some of them. For example, in the what we have, we see the remove. We can remove Excel works, for example, here, books translations. I want to remove this one as well. Okay, so let's update it and see what will happen. Let's update right now. We can come here and see it's all perfectly done. Documents, I have analytics data, analytics with Python. I have this structure as well here. You can see for example, I want to remove something and I want to rename this one, but I forget I mistakenly choose the remove button. You have to be noticed that you should be careful. These are really sensitive to these choices. If you remove that, all the files and folders in this document will be removed and you can do nothing. Okay, so please be careful and don't and check your status very well. One way for checking that is using the conditional formatting. For example, I want to check this and I want to be careful if I choose rename or remove. I can select the F column, come to the conditional formatting and highlight the cells which is equal to, for example, remove, and it should be highlighted as a red. So if I come here, I can see the remove is red right now. For rename, I can have conditional formatting, which is equal to the cell is equal to rename, and it should be, for example, yellow. Okay, and for add, I have to select right add, and I have to, for example, green one. And for keep, it can be the same black one, because all the first thing is the keep. So if you come here and select the rename, change it to the yellow based on the conditional formatting. And if you select the add, change it to the green, and you can easily see if you mistakenly select rename or remove, and the mistake probability will be so short. So thanks for listening to me. I wish this Excel file helps you a lot, and see you later. Goodbye.